Hello students of 7th standard. We have started the lesson number 11, cell structure and microorganisms. Today we are going to see the new points that are nothing but the microorganism. So what do you mean by the microorganisms? Microorganisms, these are not seen by our naked eyes. To observe them or to see them, we have to observe them under the, you can say, microscope. So if you see them under the microscope, then and then only we can get the actual structure of such microorganisms. See the amoeba, paramecium, euglena, snail, elephant, pigeon, worms. So these are types of the organisms. So we can see amoeba or paramecium only under the, you can say, microscope, or euglena only under the microscope, and snail, elephant, pigeon or any worms you can see by our naked eyes. So we have learned that there are many worms, or you can say many microorganisms on this earth. The microorganisms cannot be seen with our naked eyes. So to observe them, we have to see them under the, you can say, microscope, or you can say, so only they are called as a microorganisms as they are seen under the microscope. So what is the occurrence? See here, microorganisms are present all around us in the air, water, soil, food, sewage, garbage, as well as in the bodies of the plants and animals, including the human. That means these microorganisms are present everywhere. You may take the, you can say, air. There are also microorganisms which are present in the air. You may take the water. There are microorganisms which are present in the water. You may take the soil. There are also microorganisms present in the soil. Then again food also you may have the microorganism. Then sewage water or garbage, there also you will find the, you can say, microorganisms. Also in the plants and human beings, and also in the animals you may find the microorganism. So microorganisms are solitary, that is they live singly. There are some microorganisms which are living singly. For example, you may take their amoeba, paramecium, euglena. Sometimes they live in the, there are also some microorganisms which are living in the colonies. That means they may live in the group. See, there are some microorganisms which are living on the dead animals, or you can say dead human bodies also. Then see, observation and measurement of the microorganisms. So for that you want to try one activity. See there, keep a moistened piece of a bread or a bhakri in an enclosed box. Observe it after 3 to 4 days using a magnifying lens. What you have to do here? You have to take a bhakri or a bread. You want to put it into a box, and this bread or bhakri, you want to observe it after the 3 or 4 days. Whenever you are observing this type of a bhakri or a bread, you have to observe it with the help of the magnifying lens. Then you will see a tuft. Observe, you will see a, you can say, tuft that is present over that. You may call it as a fungus or bura in Marathi. You may call it. See there, next one, you have to drop. You have to take a drop of a muddy water or water from a stagnant puddle. You have to take a, you can say, water from an stagnant water from an, you can say, puddle, and you want to observe this under the microscope. You will see the various types of the microorganisms which are present in that. Then see, you have to take a drop of a yogurt, or you can say buttermilk, and you want to observe it under the microscope. There also you will see the various types of the microorganisms. These all things you have to do, and you want to observe which types of the microorganisms are present in that. Then see, do you know? We can't see the objects if they are smaller than the 100 micrometers in the size. That means if the microorganism is very small in size, we cannot observe them with our eyes. So we have to take a glass slides of the microorganisms and observe them under the compound microscope. Then and then only we will see them. That is what this tells us, that it requires the magnification and after the magnification only you can observe the such types of the microorganisms. That we need a electron microscope here to observe the, you can say, very little organisms. Size of the some microorganisms. See here, Paramecium, about 100 micrometers it is there. Bacteria of typhoid, it is 1 to 3 micrometers. Poliovirus, it is 28 nanometers. So microbes measure less than, you can say, 100 micrometers. That means microbes are very small in size, or you can say very minute in size, and they can be observed only under the microscope. Minute organisms or organelles, they carry the various types of the life processes, but they are very important and they can be observed under the microscope only. Then see next one, nature of a microorganisms. There are various types of the microorganisms. They are having various shapes, various size. Then again they are present in the various, you can say, things like, you can say, air, water, soil, or food, or plants and animals that we have seen. That they may be present anywhere. Then see next one, microorganisms like fungus. The fungus, whichever we have seen, that if we kept the bread or a bhakri for 3 to 4 days, we can observe the fungus which is present on that, or is developed on that. Microorganisms such as bacteria and virus, these are also known, which are unicellular. Nowadays we know about the virus, that is nothing but the corona. Then it is also very minute in structure, but even though it plays a very, you can say, it has disturbed the life of the people. Then see, it is having its own cellular structure. Whether the microorganism may be of a, you can say, single cell, or it may be more than that, but it is having its own, you can say, cell structure. The plasma membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus are their only components. So they are having a particular components in their body. You may say that is nothing but membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. These are the only components which are present in them. The cells are called as a prokaryotic cells. The cells are called as a prokaryotic cells. Then see next one. Prokaryotic cells are the cells which are not having a definite nucleus in their body. That means they lack the nucleus. Then see growth of the microorganisms. Microorganisms need a special environment for growth and reproduction. Whenever you consider in case of a microorganisms, what they need a specific temperature, or you can say specific environment for their growth and also their reproduction. Many microbes need oxygen for their growth, whereas some microbes can grow without oxygen. What does this line tells us? That there are many microorganisms which uses oxygen for their growth, But there are also some microorganisms which do not use oxygen for their growth. Some microorganisms survive even in extreme and adverse conditions like ocean floor, ice in polar region, hot water springs. So see, there are some animals who can live in the adverse condition also. Now which are the adverse condition? The adverse condition may be the ocean floor or the hot springs it may be, or also the you can say ice in the polar regions. In such regions also the organisms can lead its life very happily. Then see the whenever they are present in such types of the adverse condition, even then their life processes are given or they are taking place very smoothly. Then see, adverse condition microorganisms form a thick covering around themselves and stop their life processes. Whenever there is an adverse condition, what these microorganisms do? They form a thick covering around their body and they stop all their life processes. So see, under the favorable condition, they come out from this protective layer and continue their life processes.